Have you ever felt someone pulling away from your life and wondered if God had anything to do with it? Most people think it's just life happening randomly, but the Bible tells a very different story. Proverbs 13:20 says, "Walk with the wise and become wise, but a companion of fools suffers harm." God doesn't just bless you with the right people, He also removes the wrong ones. And sometimes that removal feels like abandonment, like rejection, like loss. But what if it's actually protection? Today, I'm going to show you exactly who God is removing and why. Before we begin, this isn't about hating people. It's about understanding God's divine order for your life. Every person God removes is making room for your destiny. Let's start with the most painful one first. Type 1, the energy drainer. This is someone who leaves you exhausted every single time. Every conversation drains you instead of building you up. Romans 16:17 warns us, watch out for those who cause divisions and avoid them. Paul doesn't say fix them, he says avoid. You've been trying to pour into someone who has no bottom. No matter how much you give, it's never enough. That's not friendship. That's a trap. When God removes them, you'll feel it immediately. That sudden peace, that's God's confirmation. He removed them so you could breathe again. Type 2, the discourager. This person has a gift for making your dreams feel impossible. You share your vision and they immediately find the problem. That's too risky. That'll never work. Be realistic. Nehemiah faced this when he was rebuilding the wall. Enemies mocked him and said it would never stand. But Nehemiah didn't stop. He didn't even come down to debate them. He said, I am doing a great work. I cannot come down. That is how you handle a discourager. You don't argue. You don't explain. You keep building. God is removing them so your faith has a room to grow. Type 3, the distractor. This person isn't necessarily evil. They're just misaligned with your season. They want to party when you need to pray. They want to gossip when you need to grow. 1 Corinthians 15:33, bad company corrupts good character. It doesn't happen all at once. It's slow, subtle. You don't notice until you look back and realize how far you've drifted. God removes them like a gardener removes weeds, not because the weed is always evil, but because it competes for your soil. Your time, your attention, your spiritual energy are your soil. Guard what grows there. Type 4, the manipulator. And this one is dangerous because they never ask directly. They imply, they guilt, they twist. After everything I've done for you, sound familiar? The manipulator makes you feel responsible for their happiness. But Galatians 1:10 asks, am I now trying to win the approval of humans or of God? You cannot serve God fully while being enslaved to someone's manipulation. Jesus himself set a boundary with Peter. Get behind me, Satan. Even those closest to us can become instruments of manipulation. When God removes a manipulator, the fog lifts. You'll suddenly see clearly what you couldn't see before. That clarity is a gift from God. Don't let them back in. Type 5, the one who mocks your faith. Not the honest skeptic, but the active mocker. Psalm 1 verse 1, blessed is the one who does not sit in the company of mockers. The very first psalm, the very first verse, God starts there for a reason, because your spiritual environment determines your spiritual growth. You cannot bloom in soil designed to poison you. The mocker plants seeds of doubt in your most sacred spaces, in your prayer life, in your worship, in your calling. God removes them to protect your sacred ground. This doesn't mean you stop praying for them. It means you love them from a distance and protect what God has placed in you. Type 6, the jealous one. This one is subtle. They smile to your face, but deep down, your blessing is their burden. Proverbs 27:4. Anger is cruel and fury overwhelming, but who can stand before jealousy? Jealousy is more dangerous than open anger. It hides. Joseph's brothers were jealous, and their jealousy nearly killed him. But God used their very jealousy to position Joseph for his destiny. The jealous person cannot celebrate your promotion, and you cannot fulfill your calling surrounded by people who resent your growth. God removes them to clear the path ahead and to place you among people who can genuinely rejoice with you. Type 7, the spiritually stagnant. This is perhaps the hardest category because these are often good people. They're not evil. They're just stuck, and comfort is their God. Revelation 3:16. Because you are lukewarm, I will spit you out of my mouth. Lukewarm is not neutral. Lukewarm is dangerous because lukewarm is comfortable, and comfort can become a cage. When your circle is all lukewarm, you'll never know what hot feels like. You need people on fire for God around you, not to judge the others, but because iron sharpens iron. Proverbs 27:17. God may not remove them permanently, but He'll create distance for your season. Honor the relationship, but don't let their ceiling become your floor. Here's something nobody tells you about divine pruning. It hurts, even when it's right. John 15:2. Every branch that does bear fruit, He prunes so it will be even more fruitful. Pruning isn't punishment, it's preparation. God is preparing you for something your current circle can't handle. Type 8, the one who keeps you anchored to your past. Every time you're around them, you go back to who you used to be, old habits, old conversations, old sins. And this is why God told Abraham, leave your country, leave your people, leave your father's house. The promise was on the other side of departure. Some people are exit doors, not permanent fixtures. They served a purpose in your chapter 2, but you're in chapter 7 now. Lot's wife looked back, and it cost her everything. Don't look back at what God is removing. Trust the direction He's taking you, even when you can't yet see the destination. So how do you know if God is removing someone from your life? Sign 1. Every interaction leaves you feeling spiritually drained. Sign 2. They consistently pull you away from prayer, church, or your calling. Sign 3. Peace leaves when they enter. Sign 4. God keeps bringing the same conviction about the relationship. Sign 5. Doors of destiny began closing when they came and open when they go. These signs are not coincidences. They are communications. God speaks. The question is, are you listening? Now here's what you must not do when God removes someone. Don't chase them. Don't beg. Don't force what God is ending. When God closes a door, no amount of knocking will open it, nor should it. And don't become bitter. Bitterness is a prison you build yourself. Forgive them, release them, and trust God with what comes next. Because here's the truth that changes everything. God is not removing people to punish you. He's removing them to position you. Jeremiah 29:11. For I know the plans I have for you, says the Lord. Plans to prosper you and not to harm you. Plans to give you hope and a future. Your future is too important to be sabotaged by the wrong company. The right people are coming. But first, there must be room. If God is doing this in your life right now, comment moving forward below.